Okay, so I have a story. I have a flying story from October 11th. Why am I relegated to telling a story like this when normally I have these stupid things plastered all over the inside of my aircraft? Well, the short answer is I didn't hit record for this particular incident. In fact, the only way that I know that this incident actually occurred is because I have a graphical depiction of my heart rate from my Fitbit, which was recorded on October 11th. The only thing that made this flight any different was that I had a high priority passenger. I had the mother of my children flying home with me because it was her birthday. It was required that she get in a plane with me to return from a weekend in Palm Springs so we could spend the Sunday afternoon with the kids. We never fly together. The first is, I really don't want to give all of the inheritance to my kids at one time. Carol doesn't really like flying, I don't think. She's not that into it. She's a little bit nervous. She's self-medicating, I think, every time she's ever been in a plane with me anyway. If she's not enjoying it, I'm certainly not enjoying it. Because of this scenario, I was on my A game, right? So this flight had to go perfect. And if I have an A game, I was on my A++ game, right? I was so far ahead of my aircraft. From the night before we left, I had a plan B, I had a plan C. There was not anything was going to create any issues whatsoever for this 28-minute flight. Smooth flight, smooth sailing, everything was perfect. Because landing an aircraft is a 4-limb function. Every limb on your person is busy. Generally, it has 2 jobs. Your left foot, for example, left rudder, left brake. Right foot, right rudder, right brake, left hand is yoke and mic, so communications, all controls for the control surfaces are left hand. Right hand is power, is his primary function. During the landing process, your hand is on the power, on the throttle. So the actual landing of an aircraft, it's a fluid situation. You put in a control request and you wait. You have to be patient and you wait for the ship or the airplane to respond. You make another adjustment. So it is a fluid environment and it's really busy. Several things that you're focused on. You're trained that if anything is not according to the plan, if you're coming in too steep, if your airspeed is not on, if there are any other sort of traffic anomalies, it's very simple. You already have your right hand on the throttle. You advance the throttle, you power up, and you go around. It's better to get back up there and assess your situation and live to breathe another day. So this is the pre-landing checklist for my aircraft. There are 8 items on it. Do I need this? No, I don't need it. I spend a lot of time in this airplane. Sometimes I do ask my passenger, hey, do you mind handing me that instruction book? I kind of forget this next part. But in this particular event, since I have a high priority passenger and I am in no hurry, it's a beautiful day, we're sightseeing, I set this aircraft up prior to landing way early. At least 5 miles out was the first time I ran the checklist. So I ran through the checklist once, I'm setting up early, I run through the checklist a second time, I even made an announcement, that's why I wish I had my camera running, that if there's anything that I don't like about my approach, I'm going to add power and go around. Then I ran through the checklist the 3rd time. This airplane was good. It was ready to land. I was so far ahead of this aircraft. Fast forward to short final. I mean very short final. I'm about to begin my flare, and I'm about to grease the prettiest landing in the planet. The winds were calm. I got no disturbances. Everything is going swimmingly. Then, not in my headset, but inside the cockpit, I hear some sort of alarm. An alarm I had never heard before. So I'm getting a gear down alarm. I guarantee, I know that the gear is out. I checked it I can see it. I look out the window, I got a wheel. I look in the mirror, I see a wheel in the front. I checked that green light 3 times. Literally 3 seconds from putting those wheels on the ground. I look right here, and look, I turn the master switch on. That light is not lit. It was lit. What happened? I don't know. I know the gear's down, and I know the gear's probably locked, and that's a problem. So what was the first thing I did? The first thing I did was the primary mistake, and it was that I audibly articulated my assessment of the current situation. The term was, oh shit. The point is, what did I do? I am very mission-centric. I am project-oriented, and I am this close to completing a beautiful landing. And I felt an urge like nobody's business to put this plane on the ground, because there's another factor too. You know, there's a startle factor. You're going, well, shit, let's get this thing down. Well, what about a nose gear collapse? That's a real thing. That could happen. In the end, I did the right thing. I added power. I didn't call anybody. I didn't say anything. I just got back up in the traffic pattern. So they cleared me right back to land. I cycled the gear 2 more times. Does this warrant declaring an emergency and getting the tower involved? Hey, I got gear down. I can see the gear is down. So I got a couple indications. I got a handle in the neutral position, which indicates that the doors are closed. A manual hydraulic pump. Tested that. I got good pressure. The gear is down. What I think is a limit switch. If there is something wrong, it's probably going to be in the nose gear. A short, soft field landing. By the time I came to an end of my landing roll, this yoke was all the way back. My stomach, my hands were sweaty and dripping, and nothing happened. The airplane's fine. And that limit switch was startling. A reminder that, yes, we do have natural tendencies to complete our mission. I wanted so bad just to put the airplane on the ground, but the training kicked in. Now it's on. Problem solved.